In this video, we're going to look at how you can upload a video to YouTube and use the subtitle function to make the subtitles available in different languages as an accommodation for your students. So the first thing we need to do is actually go into youtube.com, and you are going to have a YouTube channel that is already associated with your dpsk12.net address. So if I'm going to go over and click on my icon here and go into my channel, you're going to see that this channel is available here. The way I'm going to upload videos to my channel is through YouTube Studio. So I can either go and directly create a video here or click into YouTube Studio. I'm going to create a video because we're going to look at YouTube Studio in just a second. I'm going to click to upload my video. So I'm going to select my file and I'm going to find a video that I would like to upload to YouTube. An MP4 video that works great for this. I can rename it if I'd like to, and I can put a description in. It obviously takes a little bit of time to process. Once it's processed, I can choose which thumbnail I want to use. I can add it to a playlist. And here I can say that my content is made for kids because I am going to use this in school. Once I go into the video elements, there's not so much on here that I need to manipulate within this, although you could get a little bit fancier if you were doing this personally. And the final thing is the visibility. So when I publish it, I have three different options. I can make it public, which means that it's searchable on YouTube. I can make it unlisted, which is very similar to in Google Docs when you say anyone with the link can view, or I can make it private. So only me and whoever I select can actually view it. It's also possible to schedule your video to release at a certain time. So if you were to create a video for an event, you could schedule it to be available after that event concluded, for example. Once I click save, then I have all of these options in terms of how I can share it. However, for this video, I want to go in and I want to start manipulating it so that I can do the subtitles. In order to do this, once it's uploaded, I have all of these options over here. The one that I'm interested in is the details. I'm going to click on that and it's going to start to allow me to edit in more depth. We've already done the basic video editing, so at this point I can actually go ahead and choose my thumbnail because it's processed. What I'm interested in though is going into more options. Here, what I can do is I can actually change the category. I like to put it in education for obvious reasons, and I can choose the video language. So I'm going to say that this is in United States English. You saw that I defaulted to that because on my settings, I have decided that that is the default language for all of my videos. I can then also choose whether people can see ratings, if it's going to be published, and have those options. Once I'm done, I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to need a little bit of time for the processing to finish. What I'm giving it time to do is to auto-generate the captions. If you're feeling a little impatient, it is possible for you to go in and upload a caption file that you create of your own. After enough time, you're going to see that the little CC button is going to show up in your videos. So at that point, I can go back to my channel, and as a matter of good practice, I like to be able to check the captions and make sure it's okay. I can select my video, and this is where I can start to create some changes or edit the subtitles that I have. So I'm going to go back into more options. And now you're going to see I have this automatically generated subtitle file. In order to make changes, I'm going to edit it on Classic Studio. Although YouTube does a generally good job, the areas that it's particularly weak is if you have an accent and then punctuation, no matter whether you have an accent or not. So if you wanted to make your subtitles as accurate as possible, you can click Edit, and then you can go in and start making the changes that you would like to see. I can save the changes. Now, if somebody else is viewing my video, they're going to make sure that the CC tab is underlined with this red underline. If you go into settings, Subtitles, you can choose to auto-translate. At this point, you can auto-translate into any of the languages that Google Translate supports. So if you wanted to do it in Burmese, if you needed to do it in French, or coming down further, if you needed it in Nepali or Spanish or Somali, you have all of those options. I'm going to do it in Spanish, and now when I play the video, you can see.
So when I go to make my screencastify a video,
that the subtitles are automatically changed for me. The nice thing about this is your students have the option to use no subtitles, to use the English subtitles, or to actually use the subtitles in their preferred language. So it's a pretty awesome differentiation technique that I hope you will find very useful. If you have any questions, please get in touch with your digital coach.